Hey everyone, what's up? It's 11:17 p.m. on August 4th. I'm on a video stream. This is my friend Jacey. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen him skimboarding with me. We met, back in like April?
Yeah.
May?
April.
End of April. May.
Early May.
We've been skimboarding a lot and just having a good time. So we met back in April. You moved down here, like what?
It was like the first week of February, because I had been living in South Carolina for a couple of months.
How was that?
Awful.
Yeah, that's my home state.
Living back with your parents is never.
It's never fun.
It's never a good time.
No. So you're from Jersey. You're from Northeast.
I'm from New Jersey, yes.
And so this vlog is just about kind of like the differences of transitioning regionally, because I lived in California and Oregon, and then he hasn't even been able to find a doctor here, and you've lived here previously too, so
yeah,
he does have a little more history here too. So it is
different. It is.
Completely different.
I mean, there's a lot of differences. I mean, even socially,
right?
You know, I mean, actually, that's probably one of the largest things about transitioning versus, you know, here versus there, or even in California. It's probably totally different out there, because
it's like,
you know, society is right. Yeah, I guess it's, you know.
And here you can't find a doctor, or you know, have to drive an hour and a half or something.
I mean, but even just like the people around you, or the way they look at you, how they judge, you know, your situation, if they happen to know about it. When I was first here a couple of years ago, I almost felt, you know, like I had to protect that part of myself from the people within society down here, because they are so different. You know, it's.
Did you feel unsafe? Is that why you?
I would say yes. I felt unsafe, but that was also my ignorance. You know, I hadn't experienced Florida before that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's not actually. I mean, ignorance. You just hadn't.
Right, but
right,
but I didn't know what the people were capable of down here, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
No, I understand that. I understand that. I mean, because we get we're out in the country. I work at a country store, and the men that come in, if they knew, I have no doubt half of them.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, I bartend. I'm a bartender.
Right.
It's an extremely high-volume restaurant. I see a lot of different people. And one of those specific kinds of people are the southern redneck boys that
good old boys.
Yeah, that have never done anything else with their life ever. That they've never left here. Right. You know, they're working for their family company, or what if they are working, whatever
they're
doing.
Stuck in the 50s in terms of gender roles. How they
they're very disrespectful to women. I mean, they're even disrespectful to other men that they don't know.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, me being a bartender in the service industry, you know, they kind of look at me like I'm beneath them, and if they knew I was trans, you know what I mean, that would be a totally different story. So it's almost like that story I told you the other day about that guy that read my story on the New York Times website, and he was talking about how, you know, he was from California and whatever, he had seen that all the time, but I think that was just his kind of way of like getting me to talk more about it. But
yeah, that's interesting that he uses I'm from California, because we're talking about regional stuff, and like he uses that as like, hey, I'm more progressive.
Right, and that was almost like one of the first things he said. You know, he just wanted me to know, like, yo, if you're gonna tell anybody, it's gonna be me, because you know, I come from this open-minded. You know, and I'm actually kind of glad that's one of the first things he said, because I had actually forgotten that he was from California. He's been down here so long now, you know what I mean, that he's just kind of like one of the other good old boys, you know, tattooed, long hair, tattoos on his face, like kind of scary looking if you don't know the dude.
Right, you never know who's going to be cool with you. I mean, it can be the most, I was going to say, people will surprise you, like that story. And that's in the context of Jacey is mostly stealth. I mean, even more compared to me, like no one at my work knows and stuff, but like my friends down here know. I never tell people at work, it's just not.
I'm getting more, I don't know if I want to say better about it. I don't know if that's necessarily, I guess, yeah, that's a better term. I'm becoming more comfortable with, you know, my peers, the people here. You know, you get a feel for people after a while. You understand, you know, okay, I trust these people, and I would be okay with kind of these people knowing, but I'm not really sure about these people yet. So it's kind of like, you know, yeah.
And I get different feelings from different people, and it's like,
But it's also, like, it's a very small town. And
it is. We're in St. Augustine. Like, I don't live in Jacksonville anymore, and I'm not in California, in case you guys missed that. But it is much smaller, and...
It's much smaller than where I come from.
And if you're in the service industry, a lot of people know each other. You don't know who knows what.
Oh, I mean, the bartenders here go to the bars down there, and those bartenders come to our bar, and we hook them up, and they hook us up, and... Everybody knows each other, and everybody knows, like, little snippets of each other's,
and they,
lives, personal stories,
and
know.
They might share things not knowing it's not, like, oh, hey, did you know? And they might not. I mean, people find it interesting, the transgender thing, and so a lot of my friends have outed me, not having any malicious intent, but they're proud of me. They think it's cool, and I pull them aside and say, hey, like, it's different than being out as gay, gender identity is something so personal, and some people might be totally fine with that, and it's always ended up okay. I've never had, like a weird whatever, but, if you're cisgender and you're not sure, just don't tell your friends.
Yeah, don't
unless it's like, when I was preteen early on, I would have friends say, this is my friend Charlie, because Charlie could be a girl's name, and this is his girlfriend, Courtney or whatever, and so that people understood, or they would even probably like, hey, my roommate or whatever, like, he's transgender, he goes by male. That's fine. I was pre-T, I appreciated that.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to do it when I got there.
Being pre-T, I kind of feel like it's important because it's almost like you're leading the way for these other people. Okay, you're using their preferred pronoun, you're using their preferred name. Yada yada, and then more than likely everybody else will kind of follow suit. And if they don't, they need to eat shit. But
exactly. So I think that's the only time it's okay. But I would always, maybe someone pre-T doesn't want that preamble. Like, I preferred it. Just like, I cannot cut through whatever. Explain to everyone. It was nice when they're like, all right, my friend.
Same.
Charles identifies this way. Call him he. I'm like, all right, good.
Because again, like pre-T, you don't know how people are gonna. You look a certain way, but you're saying, okay, but I present. I prefer to be called this, and I'm presenting this way, and that's very hard for people to understand.
Yeah.
I feel like now, how many years do you want to teach, Charlie? 11? 12?
It'd be 12.
12, okay.
How long is it? 2017? Yeah, I started in 2005, so in November it'll be 12.
Right, 12. Okay, it's August. It just turned August? Okay, so, oh wow, next month I'll be, 7 years on to you next month. September 18th, 2010. Yeah, 2010. Okay, yeah. But I mean, I almost feel like, even the guy the other night at work, as I was, explaining a portion of my story to him, it was so much easier, it flowed so much easier, and it kind of, like, made me think about how I would explain certain things to people when I was pre-T, and it's so much more difficult. People don't really understand where you're coming from as much, because you're in this body, and you have this voice and this face, and they're like, and they're like, well,
all the cues they're getting are people.
You look like a nutbag, essentially.
They're like, what?
Or you could to, a certain judgmental person, but...
Right, exactly.
But it goes back to the point of, you don't know who...
You never know how people are going to react. Like, some people that I thought would be cool were, like, so challenging.
Or, like, some people get a piece of information like that, and they take it too far. They either tell the wrong people, or, they're looking for answers, and they're just going about it the wrong way. So, if I do end up coming out, I would so much rather someone come to me.
Yeah, if someone's found out, I'd rather them come to me privately. And I like to choose when I come out. Like, I might drop it in front of a group of friends that I'm meeting, like, through a mutual friend. Like, I might say it. Like, I might just drop it and, like,
but if people,
I'm comfortable, and I might not say anything at all for 6 months.
They're not going to come to you and ask questions.
Right, and I wouldn't drop it if I were uncomfortable at all. That's not something. But if I feel like, no, it's going well, or I just, for whatever reason. And other times, I don't feel the need to, I just feel like the longer I'm on T, the longer I transition, it's just easier, more comfortable to just explain it and be like, yep, this is going in. And unfortunately, hormones add legitimacy to it when they see someone like this.
Unfortunately, they attach that.
One thing you said, you're a bartender, you see lots of people, because like I stay in a room and work, and then work in a store 3 times a week. I don't get out, and I go to the beach. I'm an introvert. So you see a lot more people than I do, and you said you don't see like a lot of gay couples. That's interesting, because you don't.
I mean,
compared to the Northeast or California.
The first time I lived down here was 2014, and then I moved back up north at the end of 2015. But at that time, I had seen like none.
It's weird.
None at all. Not even like female gay couples, which I feel like you see kind of everywhere, no matter what society deems them. You know,
right?
You tend to see more male gay couples kind of keep it more away, unless of course you're in like California, but
right.
It's like a whole other fucking world.
Yeah.
In any case, but now 2017, this is like not even 2 years later. It's, I mean, I see gay people everywhere. Even gay male couples downtown on St. George Street, you know, in the heart of St. Augustine, in the heart of the city, holding hands and being like affectionate out in public, and I think that's fucking awesome. I think that is
changed socially in just 3 years.
Incredible, yeah. Not even.
Yeah.
Not even. I see a lot more gay females down here.
The lesbian couple.
Right, which is awesome. I mean,
it's cool, like out in the country.
Do your thing, you know.
It's cool, yeah.
Y'all are starting, you know, to.
A little queer household.
I mean, y'all are starting to, you know, whether people talk good or bad, it doesn't really matter. You know, these are what these people need to see. These are things that these people need to see, and it affects the way they raise their children, and then it affects generations to come, and it has a lot. It has a much bigger imprint on society than you think it does at the time. You know, you're just like, oh, more gay people, that's awesome, but it's you're not thinking about the totality in that. You know, how big that is. You know, even a decade from now, it's going to be completely different than what it is now. You know, I think that's fantastic. But I was so used to seeing gay folks, you know, everywhere.
Way more in the Northeast. You know, you weren't far from New York City.
Everywhere. I mean, me and my friends used to take the train into the city. It's like a 45, 50-minute train ride, and you're, you know, in the heart of
and then that's
Manhattan. It's, you know, that's like gay fucking central.
Right, and that's, pretty much.
Everybody everywhere, you know. I always had at least one gay friend around, whether they knew they were gay or not. I knew they were gay.
So. Well, I think we covered it all, so just differences regionally. Where do you live? How is it? Is it easy to be gay, queer, trans? Is it easy to obtain medical care? I want to hear from you because I've lived on the West Coast. Never lived in the Northeast, but I know there's a lot more resources and stuff up here. But there's still trans people down here in the South.
Yeah.
And we're making it happen.
Yeah.
All right, well, you guys take care. I will be having Jacey talk about some more stuff. If you have any ideas or want us to talk anything, let us know.
I mean, we have ideas too.
Yeah, we have
a lot of them.
Too,
so we would love to hear from y'all. That'd be awesome.
Yes.
We'd love to talk about trans shit. We just love to talk about shit.
We should host a live chat sometime.
We should do that.
That would be fun. It's hard for me to like do that alone, but like
genius, Judith. I love it. Judy.
All right. Well, you guys take care out in
Cheers.
and have a good weekend. Oh yeah, and cheers to LaCroix.
Change.
For life.